Home, once the cornerstone of middle-class wealth in this country, has been financialized, converted into an institutional asset class. But the airline market determines how much your ticket costs. The housing market determines whether you can afford to stay in your own city. And what's happening in American housing is the most direct application of the EHM playbook to your personal balance sheet. This one touches your wealth, your children's financial future. They target specific zip codes, fast-growing Sunbelt markets, Atlanta, Charlotte, Phoenix, Tampa, and specifically starter home market, the $150K to $300K range, the exact price range that a 28-year-old working professional is competing. They come in with cash, above asking, no contingencies, no waiting on mortgage approval. A family with a pre-approval letter cannot compete with that. So what happens to that family? They rent. For most American middle-class families, home equity is the primary wealth-building mechanism. Not the stock market, not the 401k, the house. You built $300,000 in net worth through regular mortgage payments for savings inside an appreciating asset. Now, take that engine offline. You can't buy because institutional capital is dominating your target, so you rent. That $2,200 a month you're paying is not building equity. Every rent check is a transfer of wealth from your family to a portfolio manager. And simultaneously, because institutional ownership concentrates supply in specific markets, rents in those same markets are rising. They locked you out of buying, then they raised the rent. The trap is rather elegant, if you ask me. What the data actually shows, a large portion of this migration is financial escape. They're being pushed out of their home cities by costs that have been engineered beyond their reach. The middle class escaping high costs inadvertently runs towards a race to the bottom on wages. This is where the EHM parallel becomes the most exact. Field manual for what we're watching happen right now in American zip codes. Let me state the lens clearly. A home, once the cornerstone of middle-class wealth in this country, has been financialized, converted into an institutional asset class. The goal is not to provide housing. The goal is a nation of permanent renters paying monthly tribute to corporate landlords locked out of the equity that built this country's middle class. That's not a market failure. That is a successful hit.